Hello Vogue, it's Adejisola here and this is my summer makeup routine to go from flawless skin to a light beat for summer. Without wasting your time, let's go right into the video. First thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting my hair up in a bun because I do not like it when I have hair in my face. Now that we have my hair out of the way, we're going to be doing my skincare routine. For my lips, when it's looking dry and crusty, the Topicals lip balm is so freaking good. This lip balm is so moisturizing and hydrating. I try my best not to put too much lip balm on my lips because at the end of the day I'm going to take it off, so I don't want to waste too much product. This essence from Mary and May is so tea, like it gives your skin that youthful glow and that hydration. I know you can tell how transformed my skin looks just from using one product. This is one product I started using recently and is the PDRN Glow Ampoule for elasticity and radiant care, which is what you want your makeup to be giving. Okay, a couple sprays and that's okay. Look at how glowy my skin looks, and I like to pat it into my skin actually absorbs the product, you know. I also love how non-sticky it is. Another product I'm going to be using for my skin is the Inkey List Hydro Surge Dewy Face Mist. Such a really good product. You can use this product after your makeup or before your makeup, or maybe in between steps. Then for moisturizer, I'm going to be using the VT Cosmetics PDRN Capsule Cream. You guys like the ASMR? This is a very hydrating and moisturizing product. Personally, one capsule is enough for my entire face. Also, make sure to blend your products into your neck and your chest so you can match that glow. Or if you have a body oil, that will be tea. Usually I would lay my edges before I do my makeup, but today I'm going to lay my edges after I do my makeup. First thing for my makeup is going to be the e.l.f. primer. This is the popular primer that everyone has been using recently and I have been loving it, as you can tell. Because this is a light makeup beat, I'll be using it only on my T-zone because this is where I sweat the most. Once you applied your primer on your skin, you're going to wait for it to get tacky. And what I mean by tacky, I mean this is what I mean by tacky, period. So you're gonna let that get tackier, but not too tacky. Then I like to go in with a full coverage foundation. Even though it's a light summer beat, I will always love a full coverage foundation. Apply some of that on my wrist. For my foundation, I like to use a flat brush. Just blend that on my face, making sure my brush fully absorbs that product. Let me show you guys the shade match. The shade match goes crazy, and then I like to just blend that into my skin, making sure I blend it into my neck. As I was applying my foundation, I remember that I forgot to do my brows, so let's quickly get that out of the way. With some toner pads, I'm going to just wipe my brows to get that product off. For my brows, I love to use the NYX brow glue. This is something I've been reaching towards to recently and it's been working for me, so I think you can get this. I'm done with my brows and let's get into my concealer and blush and everything. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer in the shade 45. Since I'm doing a really light makeup, I'm going to use a little bit of concealer. I like to wait for my skin to absorb the concealer a bit before I blend it out. And when I'm blending out my concealer, I love to use a setting spray. For today's setting spray, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I always like to blend out my concealer edges inwards. The TikTok release put me onto this technique and honestly, I have never stopped doing this. After blending out my concealer, I like to use my foundation brush with the leftover foundation to just blend the edges out, because I don't really like that divided line of concealer on my face, honestly. I'm done with my concealer. I'm going to go in with my blush. For blush, I use this lipstick I got from my mom's makeup purse. I'm going with 2 dots, but today I'm using lighter dots. Nothing too much. Not too much of my girl. For my blush brush, I use the Real Techniques dupe from Shein. It works pretty well in my opinion. And then I brush it outwards like this way, making sure I'm always keeping my strokes upwards, never going in here or down here, just upwards. This is what it's looking like. Pretty, really cute. To me, it's giving lightly flushed, and I just like to put some on my nose just to make my face in unison. Then now we're going to move on to my under eyes. My under eye, I use the Classic Makeup pressed powder, and I use this beauty blender. This thing, whatever it's called, powder puff, not sure. I pat that on my hand, and then I just go in with like light strokes of it under my eyes, extending it over here. And I do the exact same thing to the other side of my face. And then I go in with the rest over my forehead, the sides of my face. I go in like this to give me that snatched look almost. Then once I'm done doing that, my pressed powder has kind of like set. I'm going to go in with my other Real Techniques brush for the powder to blend it out so it doesn't look too like concentrated, you know, because I don't like it when like you can tell that, okay, yeah, this is where you put your under eye powder. I don't like that. This just makes it look more softer, blended, you know. And yeah, I'm done with that. I like to go underneath my eyes just to like reduce the glowiness right there. Ultimately I would be done, but I love going in with powder blush after. I'm using an eyeshadow palette because this is what I found that I really like. I use the middle shade and this shade. I pat my brush like this and like this with the lighter shade after, and I put that on my hand, and I just like concentrate the blush on my face, kind of like blending that in. That's pretty much it. We aren't done yet. Okay, now we're going to do my lip combo. As I said in the beginning, I always wipe my lip balm off after I applied it because I only use it to keep my lips prepped and moisturized so my lip gloss doesn't look cakey. And what I found through experience is that my lip liner doesn't apply well with lip balm already on because the topical lip balm is already sticky, so it's like it doesn't work out. For my lips, I love going in with a nice brown lip liner. This is the shade mine looks like, very nice brown. I got this from Nigeria, and I like to overline my lips but not too much, because for me when it comes to overlining my lips, I never start with overlining. I start with lining my lips, then I go in with the overline because it just looks so much better in my opinion. Then depending on what look I'm going for, since I'm wearing yellow, I would like to go in with pink, so I'm going to use glittery eyeshadow just to see what the eyeshadow looks like. You can see it doesn't look flattering, but that is why I love using the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Bubblegum. This is so good. This is such a good product. As you can tell, I'm practically out of this, and you know why. That's how good this product is, especially for lip combos, like girl. And then I apply it on my lips. But yeah, now that we're done with the lip combo, I'm going to use the Glow Reviver lip oil to kind of like cancel some pink out, because this is a very nice shade to cancel that pink out. And I'm going to just apply that. I don't know if you can tell, but it made a difference. In my opinion, it did make a difference. Okay, because I'm not satisfied enough, going in with my powder blush again and just patting it. Normally I don't use highlighter for some odd reason, I don't know why, but recently I've been loving using it in my inner eyes. It's so pretty. It may take a second, okay, but it is good. And if you're wondering, this is the eyeliner pen from Shein. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. I love using this really big powder brush to, like, you know, I don't know what this does, but I just love it. It just makes me feel special. Now for the last step, we're going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. A good shaky shake, because it needs a shaky shake. Then you're going to set your face. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes closed for a minute, let that set. Literally, and then open my eyes and I'm like, ooh. And this is what your makeup should be looking like when you're done. Period. Last step is going to be hair. And for my hair today, I'm not styling it, only because I honestly don't want to style my hair today, and I don't feel like styling my hair today. This is what the makeup is looking like. Let me give you guys a zoom in. Yeah, this is as zoomed in as my camera can go. Period. Okay, clock it. I genuinely love this makeup look so much. I did something like this a few days ago. Here are some pictures at the 8, okay, and honestly I can't believe I was able to recreate it. Like, what the hell. But in that makeup look, I used some eyeshadow, but here I didn't use eyeshadow. I don't always use eyeshadow, but honestly I love this makeup look so much. I need to get white eyeliner so I can like do this to like highlight my eyes because I have pretty eyes. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next YouTube video, and hopefully one day I will be on Vogue's YouTube channel. We'll show you guys my makeup routine. Definitely it's gonna be way better than this, but for a 15-year-old I'm pretty sure I can beat my face. Clock it. Okay, I'll see you in my next YouTube video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, because what are you still doing? Bye.